Hey guys, Maria Ripka from mariaripka.com, helping you grow your life and business. Today's topic is going to be on visualization. Do you use that strategy to visualize your future? If not, I'm going to share with you why it's important to do so and some quick strategies, simple strategies, on how to make it happen. Stay tuned. Okay, now if you are in business, you know Tony Robbins, right? He is a successful business and mind-setting guru. I don't know. He is incredible because what he has done his whole life is learn strategies to be successful and then teach other people about being successful. And one of his quotes about visualization is very, very powerful. He says, whatever you hold consistent in your mind is exactly what you will experience. And that's pretty powerful. If you have thoughts that are consistently coming through your mind, you will actually experience them. Whether or not those thoughts are accurate, whether or not they're true thoughts, you will experience what you are thinking. And that's where, if we're trying to grow our life and business, we have to think the right things, especially in the phases where we don't really believe them, right? There's times when we start and we're just trying to get on, running ground, and we just don't really believe that the success can be ours. Well, we have to start thinking that way. And how do you do that? Well, we use a process called visualization. And one of the things that I've tried to do recently is make it a consistent practice. Now, I've known about the practice in the past, and I've kind of understood that if I actually thought what I wanted, it may come true, but I never did it consistently. And I want to encourage you that the practice has really been helpful, because I have doubts. We're building this wonderful business where we teach people about growing plants and we try to help people with their business strategies, and we have this incredible life, but there's still this little creeping of insecurities that come up. And when I start really, really visualizing the positive things that I want to happen, they start to happen. It's just incredible. So I went to a vision board party, and I want to share with you my vision board. That's one way to get yourself really thinking for the future. We had all these magazines, and I went through them, and we just cut out. Now, I'm not a fancy creative person, so my vision board is very, very simple. But other people in the room, they really went all out, and it made it beautiful. However you are, however you want to do it, putting what you want to see in the next 3 to 5 years on a board that you can put by your desk, or even take pictures of and swipe on your phone, really helps you to see what you want. And if you're seeing what you want, it becomes truth. It becomes an experience that you actually can achieve. So I encourage you to do that. I have 2 beautiful daughters. If you know me well, I have 2 beautiful daughters. One is 15 and 13 currently. And my main goal in life is to hold my grandbabies and to be able to go wherever they are. Like if they are in college, or that their family, living in another state, that I can just jump on a plane and go without thinking about anything. So that's what my life is about. That's my goals for life. Why I want to be that way is because I want to enjoy them and help them and support them. So anyway, my girls, remember I told you were 15 and 13. I found this cute little picture of these 2 Asian dolls, okay? They were just, to me, representing confidence and beauty and having a really happy, secure life. And that's what I hope for. As a mom of a 15 and 13-year-old, you kind of get a little nervous. Are they going to get through the teen years? Are they going to get a good job? Well, this picture represented to me that they've already gotten there. And it's interesting because now that I see the board, that's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing already older children, beautiful young ladies that have been accomplished, that are already accomplished. And that worry and that fear that I have of them getting through the teen years kind of diminishes. It's really an incredible thing. And if you actually consistently think a certain way, your mind will experience it. It'll create a blueprint for it. And that's incredible if you have goals or you're trying to reach goals in your business. But in life too, if you can get rid of some of the worry because you're retraining your mind to see something already happening that's positive, then you will get rid of some of that wasted time. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, I have these two beautiful girls on here, and then I had found these other two beautiful young babies, young girls, and I put them down because my goal again is to be a great grandma and to hold them and to cuddle them and to help my daughters take care of their girls. So that picture to me represented really the importance of life. And then I have life customized. I have simple, no boundaries. I don't want boundaries. If I want to do something, I want to do it. Stress-free living. You know, I started Stress Busters and I teach people how to beat the stress in their life, and I want to live that as well. Bernie and I over here enjoying life on the beach. I love to have some nice things and not worry about cost or going to a beautiful restaurant. Business is booming. You know, we have a great business, but I want to really visualize that it's booming and there's no concern about anything or whether somebody's going to come through on Saturday. But working from anywhere, that's what this represented to me. And then I have over here that we're transforming a small city. We have a small area that we live in, and I want to, as an entrepreneur, just help others understand that they can have a business life as well and grow their life with less stress. So we have this transformation that we're trying to do. So anyway, this board is my vision for the future. And what I encourage you to do is to simply go through some magazines and think about what you want out of your next few years and put those pictures on a board, put it somewhere and start walking past it every day. And you will start to really cement in your subconscious that this is already happening. It's an incredible process. Visualization is that process of creating a mental image or intentions that you want to happen. So if you see it in a picture or you see it visually every single day, you will actually create that image and it will feel real to you. Okay? Now, that's one way of visualizing, actually doing something concrete like that. But you can also just take time every day, 5 to 10 minutes, where you actually try to visualize where you want to be 5, 10 years from now. Not fantasizing. I don't want you to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to be married to, you know, some incredible movie star. You don't want it to be unreal. You want to really ask yourself some questions like, what do you want? How do you want to live? Where do you want to live? Who do you want to be living with? Ask yourself some questions and make it somewhat realistic. And then when you're honest and you're real about your future, start to really just think about how you feel in that situation. So I had a visualization a couple of days ago. I pictured Bernie and I on the beach, and he's ordering 2 more drinks, and of course we don't care about money, so I felt that, you know, not worrying about money. I had Janelle, my youngest, back at the beach house because she loves to read, and she's back there, and I pictured in my mind her just doing something like writing. You know, she's an incredible writer too, so I pictured her writing another chapter in her book. And then Kaylee's on the phone with me telling me, Mom, I'm going to come see you guys. I have the weekend off and I'm going to fly in and see you. And I just, that is my moment. You know, when Bernie and I are just chilling, business is great, Janella is comfortable and with us, and Kaylee is off saving the world, but yet has the time and money to fly in and see us on the island. You know, that was just my visualization, and I loved the feeling. So I really got into that, and I tried to not only picture it, I also tried to feel it. You know, the key is intently feeling that experience so that you actually can start to rewire your brain to work to get there. It's an interesting process because your brain will now think that that's where your end goal is, and your brain will try to get you there. And it's an amazing machine. Amazing machine. So it can actually figure out steps and process things that are happening in your life to say whether or not this will get you to that end goal that you're picturing or not. It really can. But if you don't have that end goal pictured, you're just floundering. You're just floundering. You'll actually start to change a little bit when you try to reach that end goal. You won't even know it because it's happening under the radar. And when you actually start to change a little bit here and there and try to work towards that end goal that you're picturing, people around you will think you're nuts, you know, and that's okay because some of those people need to go, because to get to the end part that you want in your life, some of those people don't need to be around. I mean, honestly, you need to surround yourself with people that are going to help you and support you and kind of encourage you to get to what you're visualizing, and the rest of them wash away. I want to say that when you start this process, it feels a little quirky, it feels a little weird. Just in the beginning, picture yourself there. You know, like be kind of third person. Look from the outside in, relax, and try to picture what it would look like. For me, in that scene, I would kind of be looking at me at the beach and just like a movie watching it happen. And then try to go to first person. You know, like where you really are sitting there feeling that Bernie's ordering the, you know, your partner's ordering the drink, or you're actually really experiencing the phone call or whatever your visualization is. Feel it. That's important. And then get really intense with it. Really, how does that feel when you're there? And that will really send off some signals in your brain that will help you figure out how to get there. And that's incredible. And it's happened. I mean, there's story after story. I'll share with you two that I think are pretty powerful. Colonel George Hall, he was a Vietnam War veteran and a prisoner of war, and he was locked up for 7 years. And he said when he got released that every day he visualized himself playing golf. Every day in his mind, he visualized himself playing golf. Now, 7 years after being in prison, he was released, and within a week, he scored a 76 in the New Orleans Open. Now, when you don't have any practice and you're not, you know, kind of, I don't know, strong enough to do something like that, and you actually conquer it, his brain was already processing and training his muscles for something because he was visualizing it every day. 76 in the New Orleans Open, 1 week after being imprisoned for 7 years. Pretty impressive. Arnold Schwarzenegger, another person that said, I always visualized me already winning, being the winner of Mr. Universe. For years, he believed that he had already won it. And that, of course, he attributes to part of being able to get to that belief that he was able to actually achieve that goal. And of course, obviously, we know how strong he is. It's important to think about maybe different areas that you want to visualize, but do it, okay? Whether it's your health, how you're eating, visualize what you want to happen, and your brain will help you to get there. You could think about just getting out of bed in the morning. You know, visualize yourself actually putting your foot on the floor, and you look at the clock and it's 5:30. You know, visualize that actual experience. Feel what it feels like. What are you going to do at that 5:30? And if that's what your goal is, if that's the area of life you're working on, try to picture that for a week and see how it starts to take hold in your life. It may not be as hard to wake up that early if you've actually felt it and experienced it mentally. You can, public speaking, a lot of people are scared scared of getting in front of crowds. So really picturing yourself in front of that crowd and being successful at it. You want to visualize something and not visualize being unsuccessful, but visualize it you being successful at it. Visualize yourself being accepted by the crowd. Visualize yourself speaking clearly. That is what your brain will work towards getting. And the next time, if you really worked on it, the next time you got up to speak, it'll be easier because you'll already think that you've done this 20, 30 times. I mean, it's like putting yourself in these experiences that maybe you haven't done yet so that when you get there, it's going to happen. So that's incredibly easy to do, to picture yourself speaking. And you can do that for a few minutes a day. Maybe in your business goals, you picture yourself like I had in my vision board that our business is booming. I want to have that as my goal. And maybe that's something that you need to figure out, what are your goals in business, and then visualize that it's already happening. And it may take time to get there, but if you intently work on this practice, you will you'll retrain your brain that it's happened. And then of course, family. How about visualizing that you have healthy kids and that you have a happy marriage and that there are things in your life that are good, and that will help you to make those things happen. It will pave the way for that. So I hope that's been helpful, guys. I want to bring to you simple things that I'm learning along this journey. I am in the process of growing with you, and I hope that this helps you to just think of a strategy that you can use that really can just take your mental image to the next level, to really understand that you are capable of doing anything that you want. It's just a matter of getting rid of all those negative beliefs that aren't maybe true and replacing them with what we want out of life. And that's one strategy that may help you. If you want to kind of strategize some of your business goals or just talk about growing life in business or in any area of life, reach out to me at mariaribka.com. Have a great day, guys.